So I was actually going to do the Roadcaster because a lot of people do the Roadcaster. It's just like the quintessential podcaster slash, streaming creator type of a board. So this way you can do everything like that. And it's cool because then you can hook cell phones up to it and make calls and do all that kind of stuff. But there were a lot of people saying that they were crashing in the middle of podcasts. And you don't hear even if let's say out of 1,000, 100 of them crash, that's too high of a frequency for me. Like that'll automatically make me nervous, and I'm already like incessantly checking the gear throughout the podcast because of being a one-man show. So you're constantly looking around, like checking each camera to make sure that it's still rolling. Because there's been plenty of podcasts where all of a sudden we're 10 minutes in, and I go to look at my guest camera, and I hit it, but it just for some reason turned off.
So when I started with like the Rode Goes, like the
little microphones.
So now the new one has like you can record on it, which I always have it on because sometimes because my B-roll camera is always the one that does the audio because it just needs the audio,
Yeah. So
I always like leave that on, and it's so nice having the file of the whole audio instead of editing it through the video.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you forget and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's tough because, there's a million different things that start going on when you're doing it. And, even with me with the podcast for video and then audio, sometimes if you have to, and it's rare, it's been rare that I've had to take clips or chunks out of podcasts that I've done with people and edit them. It's only if some really outlandish shit was said and I just like, I can't have that. I have no following to even, be like, oh no, Nick's not like that. Like I can't have shit like that out there in the world. So like, I just take it back. But it's tough because then obviously you have to go back, you have to edit the audio side, then you have to edit the video side, you have to match all the time codes up. So it can be a little difficult. So anyway, so like I was looking for a new way to record some of the podcasts, and I found this board that I fell in love with based on the feature set, the touchscreen capabilities, and truthfully, I mean, these are all mic inputs, so I could have that many guests. I can have 10 guests for microphones to come in and do it. Whereas like last time, my old board was only 4 because it was something that was used for video creation, not necessarily audio. So you just, you're looking around in here, you see, I mean, you just start to learn what you like and what suits your workflow and what doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that I've purchased that in this room that I just go, I wish I didn't purchase it. I could have rented it for a couple of gigs. I didn't need to buy it and spend $1,500, $2,000 on something like that.
I remember doing that with lenses because I used to do content for restaurants. Like an 85 millimeter lens, I used it like 3 places.
Yeah.
$700. Could have rented for $15.
Yeah, man. I mean, $150 for 3 days. You could have probably rented it. It's crazy. There's photography lights. I do photos, but I don't do it like that. I mean, I could just bring the lights for my video stuff that I've purchased. I could just bring those and just do continuous light sources for photo, but for food photos. But you see all these people online. They're like, yo, this is what you need. You need the scrim and you need this and you need that and blah, blah, blah. And you start getting excited. You're like, yeah. And you start racking it up on B&H, and all of a sudden it's a $40,000 order. You go, whoa.
You need a gray card for video, and that's it. And you have to be really good at post. That's what I learned.
Yeah, the post is big. The post is it's been interesting. I switched softwares. I was doing Premiere Pro for years and years and years.
Did you start?
Yeah, we've been started. Yeah.
Oh,
we've been started.
I thought we were like introduced.
No, I don't do intros.
Oh, all right. What's up? Oh, cool. All right.
I don't do intros. It's just very relaxed.
Oh, nice.
I mean, sometimes I'll say, "Welcome to the show, Tom." Like, welcome
all right.
to the
Well,
show, dude.
I'm here. Hey, how's it going?
That's the homie. That's the homie right there. So I used to do Premiere Pro for a long time, and then I switched to DaVinci Resolve, and DaVinci Resolve has been beautiful. I mean, the coloring suite, just the editing workflow, and then I don't have to deal with all those fucking crashes that occur on Premiere Pro. Constant crashing.
So I was using Final Cut, and like a lot of the stuff that I use now is just iMovie because it's easier. And if you're gonna do stuff on your phone, CapCut's easy too.
CapCut's very easy. I mean, for people that don't need to do anything insane and just stitch some things together and put some transitions in and have some music that goes behind it, easy. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that.
Yeah.
But a lot of these big box software companies that create this video editing software, or these NLEs, these non-linear editing softwares, they actually are transitioning into putting their software on iPads now and iPhones because people are just on the go.
Yeah.
I mean, even for a guy like me, if I'm at an event when I was doing a lot of the expo stuff, I would bring my laptop with me, but now I could just bring an iPad with me. I can offload some of the video footage. I can keep the real edits to my laptop when I get back to the room. But if there's something like crazy that happens that we want to get it out right, especially for rain, like if we want to get it out right then and there, I mean, I can just go in the back, offload real quick, boop, boop, give it to the social media manager, and she's got it on her phone in literally 10 minutes. And it just happened. Whereas think about 30 years ago, how quickly things would come out. It wasn't quick. It was 2-3 days sometimes.
It's amazing. And Apple has made it really easy too, like especially with all those plugins for the phone.
Yeah.
Like if you have cell phone service, you have a camera, you have great quality footage, you upload it right into the thing, out. It's on Instagram real quick. Basic edits. It's amazing.
Yeah, and now there's a lot of different softwares that integrate into the cameras. Frame.io is a software that I use online that I offload my videos to clients to show them so they can scan through footage if they want to look through rough cuts.
Okay.
They can scan through footage, they can leave comments, they can do all that. And then when I send final videos, they can view it, leave me notes if I have to change anything. And then I can just say I'm on revision 2 of a video. I can actually overlay that video on top of the original one so they can see the changes hand in hand and go, okay, no, we like the first one, or we want to change this again, or this, or it's perfect now. So it makes it easy. But they actually have cloud to Frame.io software now. So if I have internet and I'm at a shoot and I am shooting with any camera, actually it's with the Adamus top monitors, I can actually, as I'm recording, like right now, as I'm recording on that Adamus, it can be going to a post-production computer for somebody that's logged in somewhere else.
That's amazing.
It's pretty fucking cool. I mean, it's sick. When you start thinking about things like that, where then as a, you know, what I really focus on and try to be, which is a DP, so like a director of photography, when I start focusing on shots and content consumption, all these stuff, now I can focus. Like my editor's going to edit. Great.
Yep.
Now I can focus and actually be in the moment, capture the shots, make sure the lighting looks good, all that stuff. And the technology is advancing pretty crazy on that aspect too.
That's awesome. I didn't know that they were all wireless like that.
Yeah.
So you could be in California, they can be logged in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, stuff like that just makes workflow stuff with teams so much easier. I mean, I've worked hand in hand with a couple of teams here and there. I'd like to be doing more of that because it takes the stress off of me and I don't have to do everything. Because when I have to do everything, you know, some things get sacrificed because you have limited time on a shoot. You have limited time to work with a certain, you know, let's say model or person. You know, my dude Taylor, I just put a video up of him. We got all that content in 40 minutes, like the stuff that we shot at the gym.
Okay.
40 minutes. I shot it in log, which is a flat profile, so I color graded all of it afterwards. I mean, no lights, run and gun with cinema lenses, all manual lenses, no autofocus. I mean, we did all of that 40 minutes. And would it have been nice to have an hour and 40 minutes? Oh yeah, but he had shit to do, and I had shit to do. So it's like you get it as you can, you run and gun, and that's it.
Yeah. I also like, for me, because I'm doing like food stuff, I kind of know what you need to see. So I write a shot list, believe it or not, and it makes my life a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Instead of like when you're cooking something that takes like 2 hours, instead of having your camera going for 2 hours and you're like, oh man, like what am I gonna do? This sucks. I'm gonna edit this. It's gonna be horrible. Go down your shot list. Boom, you need this, you need that. And it's just so much easier. So I've been able to up like my content production. Well, the production's better because you're following exactly the shots that you need, and then it's just easier on the back end. So like you can kind of pay more attention to the little things that you would necessarily forget, like a thumbnail or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
and think about how long it would take on the back end just to search through everything, all the footage, just to try to find something.
When I first started, I used to hate editing. I think that's when I really started like. I would have to drink to edit. It would be bad because I would just sit in there and be like, oh, I hate watching myself too. So it's like, like, what are you doing?
Double whammy.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
I'm on camera for 3 hours and I have to scrub through all this footage.
It's like, and then you have to clean the kitchen and then you got to
just pouring it out. All right, fuck it.
Tequila, make me happy. I heard you're a stimulant.
But why am I tired? I don't get it.
Yeah,
it's tough, man. It's tough to have to do all of that. The editing I used to love. It's not that I don't love it anymore.
What'd you learn on?
Like software?
Yeah.
Premiere? Yeah, which is crazy because I worked at Apple for a long time.
Never did Final Cut?
They gave us free Final Cut. So I used Final Cut a little bit. I just didn't love the magnetic timeline. It just didn't jump out to me as something that I loved.
So when I first started using Final Cut, I just immediately one day was like, okay, iMovie is like, everybody has this. Let's learn Final Cut. Yeah. So I learned Final Cut, and then I guess when you start messing around with like the menus and stuff, because I just kind of picked it up on like YouTube and I taught myself.
Yeah.
once you start messing around with things and your settings are changed and I don't know how to put them back, now everything opens to that setting. I was just like, forget this. I went right back to iMovie.
Yeah. YouTube University. It's the best. It's the best tool.
Yeah.
I tried Final Cut a couple of times and I didn't love it. And I just said, you know what, let me learn Premiere, because you start looking at all these YouTube people. I mean, this is in 2017, 2018 when I first started learning. So you start looking at all these YouTube people and they're all on Premiere. They're all, dick riding Premiere and Adobe and this and that. So you go, okay, cool. And then you sign up and then you start seeing like cross workflows with Premiere and After Effects and, motion graphics and this and that.
Well, they have like the Adobe suite and you can log into anywhere, right? So you basically log in and then
it's like $25, $30 a month, and you get everything. You get Photoshop, you get Lightroom, you get
and then it's
Premiere.
It's all cloud based, right? So you can log in on any computer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good interface to have, man.
It's nice, but now you start looking at it in terms of like how many subscriptions do you have every month? It's exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
And even when you manage them, you go, well, I kind of like watching something here, or oh, well, I use this for accounting. Oh, well, I use this for CRM and keeping up with clients, and oh, I use this for mail promos. And you start looking at all of it, and oh, I need this to video edit because it's part of my Premiere Pro, and it's the whole suite. Fuck it, I'll pay the $50 a month because they keep upping it. But then you have something like DaVinci Resolve, which is $300 one-time license. You have the software.
Nice.
And they will continue to upgrade you for now. I mean, I'm sure at some point they'll change it, but they have continued to upgrade everybody as each one comes out every year. So you buy the first license and you've been good for years now.
I mean, that's sick.
Yeah.
I have a Shopify store, so like all the plugins, because when you first met me, the website was like kind of basic. Now it's like insane.
I have to check it out.
These are all like plugins that you need to like buy to make it look like that.
Is it a monthly or is it a one time?
It's a monthly. Like,
yeah, dude.
It's like this thing's $7, that thing's $12. Your email thing is $39, and at the end of the day, you're like, a lot of money is going into running this company. So everybody should go to dudesgourmet.com and buy more dudes. We have the absolute best all natural seasonings around. Just saying.
What's your favorite? We're going to get into this, but what's your favorite?
So I'm a firm believer that honey chipotle cures hangovers. It's got natural honey in it and just enough salt to get your electrolytes back in balance. So I put that stuff on eggs like all the time. I think that's what I screamed at you when I saw you at the farmer's market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I bought that at Dick's.
Did you?
Yeah, that's the one I bought at Dick's, and I've been putting it on everything. It's really good.
It's really one of the things you can put on anything. Vegetables. I wouldn't say don't put it on steak, but like you can put it on anything else.
Okay.
Like veggies. I like to make broccoli with it. I just did chicken wings with it with my nephew on the Dudes Gourmet Instagram page. He was having so much fun. He's so cute. That's
awesome.
He was like, Uncle Tom, can we make a video? I was like, yeah, man. What do you want to do?
Let's fucking do.
He's like, let's do it. So he's like, wings. And then, dude, the kid's so funny, man. I was feeding him lines. They're quick now, man. He's only 6, bro. He's so smart.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a crossover point in age and then the amount of information that everybody has at a given time, because they get to see so much more and absorb so much more than we did at a younger age.
Yeah,
because we didn't have these little fucking boxes in our hands that just showed you anything you wanted at any given point of time. But I think as the age goes up and then we have these boxes that continually show us things, there's a drop off of like, there's a lot of knowledge there, but now we're just using it for dumb shit. So you start to not learn as much, and it's just regular shit.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like everybody can definitely get stuck scrolling into like Instagram and TikTok hell.
Get me started on that, man. I talk about this all the time, and it's so tough. And people probably think I'm a broken record. It's tough because our business is on it.
Yeah,
that's the tough part. The tough part is that if I don't post podcast clips, if I don't post videos of the clients that I'm working with, if I don't post photos or just to somewhat stay relevant, I'm not one famous.
The algorithm, bro.
Exactly.
You got to catch the algorithm.
Just to somewhat stay famous, then you start to just get lost, and then nobody hears from you. Now, that's not to say that you couldn't get work, you couldn't do sales because you're still selling at farmers markets and in person and at stores and big box locations, which is amazing. But I mean, just the awareness of the brand and just being able to see people and interact with people, that's really what it's for. But the adverse for myself, and I want to hear your standpoint on it. The more that I'm on that, the more unhappy I am.
Yeah.
The more I'm on my phone, the more unhappy I am in life.
Yeah.
The more depressed I am. And it's not even like a depression like, oh, I'm so upset. It's just like you just feel off. You're just like, why am I'm doing great in the world. Like, why am I just off? Like, I just feel just kind of not great. And you start to distance yourself, but then you're like, fuck, I got to post a video. Then you're on. But then it sucks you back in because now you're commenting back to people. You're posting stories. Every single social media site requires a different cut. of length and height and style and this. So you're just like, fuck. So an hour goes by posting one piece of content that got 10 likes because that one just didn't hit. So you're like,
how about when you have to do it in multiple different places? Like TikTok doesn't use the same music as Instagram, and you can't use that, and that license isn't good for this. So like by the end of the day, you made a cooking video that took you 30 minutes to shoot, okay? 25 minutes to edit, okay? An hour to find the right audio for both of these things, okay?
The audio is so tough.
So annoying, man.
Especially if you're working royalty-free music. I think that has been the thing that has created my, not distaste for total editing, but just that first hiccup, because you can't even start without the music. So it's like, until I get a song, I can't even get into this yet. It's like, I know what the shots are, I know what I captured, but I have to be able to like get something that not only matches the vibe of the video, but is going to get people excited when they watch it.
Yep. So I do the same thing. I'm a big fan of Epidemic Sound. They're great.
Epidemic, Artlist, all these spots.
So I'm not familiar with Artlist, but I know that Epidemic Sound will only sponsor you on one license for Instagram and TikTok, but your videos can't be longer than a minute. So it's like at 59 seconds, I'm like at the cutoff. Or you can only use 59 seconds of their music. So like sometimes there'll be like an intro of me talking about what I'm doing, and then I'll go into it. But
even when you pay for a license?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I use Epidemic with Rain. I have Epidemic with Rain, and then I pay for Artlist on my own.
Okay.
Artlist is pretty good. I mean, I've had them for a couple of years. I think it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same dudes that are sitting in their basement making the same beats, and they're just changing the tone slightly and then sending it out to every royalty-free site. And they're just like, yeah, use my shit. But, you know, now you got to pay them $300 a year.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't get me excited. Like, you know, the video that I did today for Taylor, that was all sound effects. I didn't even use any audio.
Oh, nice.
There was no music. It was a grandfather clock. It was the machine, him using the actual ski machine, and it was an impact, like a gradual impact. That's all it was. And that made a sick video. I didn't even have to search for music. I was just like, I know the sound effects that I want. I want a clock ticking because I want it to go 2 days, high rocks. So that's kind of, it's cool how, and I get these blasts of motivation to edit randomly.
Me too.
I could be sitting for a week on footage and just be like, I have no idea how to start. It'll be 11:38 at night. I'll be getting in bed, and all of a sudden I'll be like, that's what I got to do with it. And then I'm on my laptop till 2 a.m. And then I'm just like, oh, sick. I pumped out a dope edit and go to bed.
So I did that the other day with this soy marinated chicken. One of my cameras, I was not paying attention. One, it was not on, and I was like, how am I going to fix this? I was like, how am I going to fix this?
You reminded me to look at the camera. Okay,
yeah, right? Are the red lights going?
Yeah, the red lights are going. We're good.
Yeah, so I blew a shot, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, I don't want to waste. This was like a long, like this was like an hour and a half thing that I was doing this for, and I was all pumped, and I remember I had the audio, and I just remember, I was like, dude, you know what? I kept the B-roll camera running, and I kept the GoPro running at the same time. I was like, let's just get it to match, and let's just make this.
Yeah, it's like a little top-down POV, walk you through things instead.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's also like the process of learning. Like, you know, like me, I came from the kitchen to being a creator. Okay, so like it's constantly a learning process. You learn how to like get through those hiccups, like, oh no, I blew a shot. Let's fix it. Let's still get the content out there because you have to stay relevant nowadays.
Yeah. And it happens more than more than people would think.
Yeah.
That things get fucked up. You could be so on top of your shit. You could have every piece of equipment ready to roll. You could have everything, just like the shot list, everything like that. Guaranteed, at least one out of every couple of shoots, something happens.
Yep.
A memory card corrupts. That happens all the time to me. A memory card corrupts just for the no fucking reason. Then I'll get rid of that memory card. I'll buy a new one because I'm like, I'm not trusting that card again.
I did a brisket, okay, front to back, and I didn't check the camera. I guess when I put the memory card into my Canon, it like chipped back one of the little pieces.
Oh, to lock it.
Yes. So it wrote everything, and then when I pulled it out, like not forcefully, I hit the button like I was supposed to.
Yeah, you ejected it.
And then I put it into the little thing, and it wouldn't read because one of the things was peeled back. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
So that
it's crazy, dude. And then you sit there and you just go, fuck. And, you know, I start to, I don't know if it's my older age now, which I'm not old, but I don't know if it's like me just aging.
You're younger than me, bro.
I'm 32, yeah. But I'm saying,
I'm
like,
38. I'm a handsome 38, but
handsome,
I'm
crazy,
38,
crazy. I'm glad I didn't have like a section of just like women here because they would have just been all eyes on you. I would have been like, damn,
bro,
yo,
stop it.
What
man.
the hell?
You're in better shape than me, though. Come on.
that's yeah, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Everything hurts. My ankle's still recovering. Everything hurts.
I know that feeling. Yes, my buddy's got a a renovation company. So we did a demo yesterday. I was slinging a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man, 4 hours of that. Then we were picking up a floor, then 4 hours of that. And you're just like, at the end of the day, I kind of think that I had a cheeseburger for lunch, a big one. That was probably a big, like, bad move. I should have had like a salad.
Should have had something light. Something light. Yeah.
I was
Especially
so
when
tired
you're doing
after
manual
lunch.
labor. You need something light. You know,
was so
unless
tired.
you're a seasoned construction worker that's just griddled with just like they'll eat a whole sloppy Joe and half of the family feast from Boston Market, and they'll just be like, yeah, all right, ready to go back to work. And they'll just be continue, bam, bam.
No,
Yeah.
not the life.
Yeah,
of
you and I, we need a salad.
No, I should have got that salad. And I remember saying it all day. I was like, I should have got that salad.
Should have got that salad. Milk was a bad choice. The burger was so heavy.
It was a good burger though.
Oh, I'm sure. Where'd you get it from?
We were in Port Washington. I think we were at the Port Washington Diner. It was pretty good.
That was good.
I was like, all right, well,
Nothing beats a $10 diner burger, man. Fries,
we
burger.
were in Port Washington. It was 15.
It was at least 50, and you sold a kidney, right? Do you guys want my kidney now or afterwards?
Yeah, right.
And I have to still wash dishes? That's crazy. That's too much. How much was that bill? Did you leave the caviar off too? God damn.
Oh yeah, no, it was reasonable for 4 of us. It was like $65, $80.
It's tough, man. I was talking to a couple of friends of mine recently. You can't leave the house without spending $100 now. Used to be you can't leave the house without spending $20. Like that used to be like the saying, oh, I can't leave the house without spending $20. Now it's you can't leave the house without spending $100. Every time I go to the grocery store and you're doing all the food, man, it's like $150, $200 minimum.
So do you shop at like BJ's or Costco?
I don't because I don't live near them, so it's a pain in the ass for me. And it seems like all right, Nick, just go and just get it done. But it's such a hassle to go all the way down to the 110 area when I'm in the middle of my day because you don't want to go when it's crowded because the lines are around the corner.
So that's why I like BJ's. They open at 8, dude.
8 a.m.
Yeah, man. You get a cup of coffee at 7. You work your way down there. I'm at the one right in Deer Park. There's one close on 110 over here too.
Yeah, I may have to start booking the 8:45 class at my buddy's spot that I train at in the morning. I may have to start booking the 8:45 class, and then by the time it's 9:45, I can hit it because they're in Lindenhurst.
Yeah,
but it's tough because like right when that's done, I'm trying to get back to like start editing or figure out what I have to do for the day.
Well, Lindenhurst, there's a place in Copiague called Fruit Tree Farms, and they're like this little local and like local farmer stuff. And everything is super fresh and it's cheap as hell, dude.
Oh, so you know all the spots.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm convinced that this place like gives all their stuff to like the farmers market stuff because it's the freshest stuff. You walk in there and the girls are all really pretty in Spanish and I can't hear what they're saying. It's fine. But they're like really pretty, but they're also super helpful. But like the produce is awesome, bro. When you walk in there, you'll understand what I'm saying.
And where is it again?
It's right in Copiague. So if you're in Lindenhurst, just type in Fruit Tree Farms. It can't be that far away.
Fruit Tree Farms. I'm writing that down.
It's like probably a little further south than where you are. But when you go in there, like my friend of mine took me in there and it was a great place. I'm really happy that he showed me that place.
Wait, there's fruit there? Because all I heard was pretty Spanish girls.
There's that too, but it's Fruit Tree Farms, dude. It's awesome, bro. And the butcher's great too, man. I couldn't even believe the prices for everything. I was like, wow, these are great prices. Their cuts are nice. I'm in.
Yeah, meat is tough because I usually order from Force of Nature. So I usually order the meat from them. And, you start paying for what it is. I mean, they're sending it across the country and whatnot. So I think it usually winds up being like $13 or $14 for 14 to 16 ounces. So nice. It's expensive, but, it's also venison. It's also grass-fed elk. It's all these different cuts that you wouldn't normally get unless people were requesting them by the butcher in mass.
Yep.
There's a really good R&S is a butcher over here right on, what is that? What is Wall Street? What is that? It's right in Southdown. It's like that weird little mini town up north right here.
Right over here.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what that is.
So R&S, the butcher over there is super good, but then, we're going back to $30 to $40 for one steak. It's like, okay, the quality is great, but like...
You're a North Shore boy?
I've always been, yeah.
So I live in Deer Park. I go to Babylon Village Meat Markets. Dave, he's got every cut you can think of like Wagyu, of anything you can think of, like A5, every grade. It's awesome, dude.
Is that the hat?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. I went in there actually the other day because I'd made bacon and I was like, yo, dude, can you slice this and like tell me how it is? He had some of it. Yo, this is great. And then he just gave me the hat and I was like, yeah, this is sick, bro. They're awesome, dude. If you go to Babylon Village Meat Market and talk to Dave, if you have any questions, he knows everything where everything's sourced. Everything's awesome. He's a good dude too. It's a family-owned place. It's fun.
Cool. I'm going to support them. That's big for me, man. And that's another reason. First off, I wanted you to come through, hang out, chop it up because you're just a good dude. And literally, I'm
literally just happy to be here, bro.
I appreciate you, man. When I first met you at the farmer's market in Huntington, my mom and I had the dog with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom and I were just walking around, just hanging out, just perusing, and then you just energy on 200. Like you were just
Yeah.
ready to go, salesman of the year type vibes. And I was like, all right, we got to go see what's up with him. And that's why we were talking to you. My mom picked up one seasoning. I told you, I said I was waiting to get rid of all the seasonings I had. I said I got to get rid of the fucking flavor god, and all these other ones. Man. And I said I want to. Once I'm done, I gotta support. So I just finished before I got you in. I just finished my seasonings, and I was at Dick's buying a Yeti, and I said, "Oh, he's in the store now. Yep. Let's go." So, it all goes back to local small business.
Yeah,
that's huge for me.
Me too.
Especially after COVID. I mean, I was a small business before COVID, but things kind of just align with you better, and you just go, "Yeah, you got to support your people."
Yep.
So, I wanted to talk to you about, just. How did you first start Dudes? Like, what was you said you came from the restaurant background. So where did you work? How many years were you doing in that first?
So my dad opened up a restaurant like right out of high school. So this was back in 2004 and it was out in Montauk. So I was actually the bartender, but I kept going into the kitchen and I was hanging out with our chef, Chris. And Chris Coleman actually was on a Chop Champion now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So this was before he was a Chop Champion. So he was cool. Now he's at Parkside in Corona, Queens. I think he's got a couple other restaurants under his belt. And I kind of just like bounced around the restaurant industry until I was at this company called Club Core. They're the golf company that owns like the Hamlet and all those places.
Okay. I live in the Hamlet, not the golf country club one, but I live in the Hamlet on North Oyster Bay. So I'm in Plainview.
Okay, so I think there's no golf club there?
No, there's no golf club.
So it might not be a Club Core Hamlet.
Okay, yeah, we moved in there in 2001 when they first opened it.
Okay.
We moved from West Hempstead to Melville, waited for it to be built. It was only supposed to be a year, and then it was 3.5. So I went to Dix Hill School District, and then I moved again, and I started in Plainview.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I was one of their guys at the one in Comac, which is really weird because I'm from Comac, so I saw all like my friends' parents. It was just weird at the time, but... So I was there for a little bit. Then the pandemic happened, and then the restaurants all shut down.
Yeah.
So I had started the LLC for this maybe like 4-5 weeks before the world shut down because I knew that I wanted to do my own thing because, I don't want to give him a plug, but yeah, Flavor God was like a big influence on me doing this because I was just like, I can kind of put out a better product. I think I'm a little funnier than him. Like, let's see what happens. So I was cooking for God knows how long, and then the world shut down, and I realized that nobody knew how to cook for themselves. So I started making these really basic cooking videos, and I was kind of engaging and I was kind of funny and people started buying. So I was like, holy shit, I have a business here. Like, let's go.
And what did you start out with? Like, how many seasonings did you come out the gate with? What was the formulation process like when you were making them?
So my whole thing was I knew that I wanted a Kansas City style steak seasoning. I had already been making it. Okay. So I had the recipe. We had that one. I wanted to do one for chicken. I wanted to do one for fish, but I also wanted to be health conscious. So I did a lot of the lower sodium ones first. So Flipping the Bird was actually one of the first ones that we had over here. It's a low sodium, actually no sodium, salt-free seasoning for chicken. It's awesome. And it's pretty cool. It's got like kind of Mediterranean vibes. You can use it for chicken wings as a brine. You can use it just right on the chicken. I like to honestly put it in mayo and spread it on chicken thighs with a little salt, dude, and get like a crust on your chicken and pan-sear the hell out of them. That's my favorite. But yeah, man, they're all fun, dude.
Yeah, you have fun with it. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
It's like you take it seriously, but you don't. And that, you know what I'm saying? By that, you're not like, oh, this is the Kansas City rub, and this is that. You're like making fun names. And
like, I love it when you call me Steak Poppy.
Yeah, I love it.
Like Crop Duster. Who has a vegetable seasoning called Crop Duster? Like, come on. Like Sweet Baby Jesus. Did you see this one? Yo, so nice. This is like Talladega Nights kind of like vibes on it. There's a
Sweet Baby Jesus.
And this is for beer can, chicken, ribs, wings, and salmon. We were just having a good time with this one. This one's actually one of my favorites.
So you wanted to start a Kansas City rub.
Yes.
So what constitutes a Kansas City rub versus any other ones?
It's got a little brown sugar in it, a little more salt. There's like, it's just kind of deeper flavors. That one's fun, dude.
That's nice.
Yeah. Here, put the top on that. And I wanted something that was especially good for open flames. So Kansas City barbecue is
awesome.
It's great, right?
Fucking awesome.
Dude, so Kansas City style is usually always on like open flames charcoal. So it's going to char up real nice. So that one's not here, but that was the first one. And then we did some other funny ones. Honey Chipotle was one of the ones right out of the gate too.
I love that one. That's the one I snagged. Really good. And you can, so like these little granulates, are these, that's the pieces of honey?
Yep.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, and then we have like my grandma Lucy's Italian seasoning over here, which is so funny because she loves visiting me at the farmer's market. So I'll like grab,
that's awesome.
I'll like grab her, and now like there's people that will come back just for Lucy seasoning. So I'll like grab my grandma and make her take pictures with everybody that buys the seasonings from like her seasoning. And
That's awesome.
She's just like, stop it. I didn't go to the beauty parlor. My hair's not done. Like a typical
old Italian
Oh
grandma.
my God, I love her. She's the best.
That's amazing. I'm actually gonna get a drink. I got a little something in the back of my throat now.
Oh, sorry about that. That was probably
the seasoning.
Yeah. If you're feeling dehydrated, make sure it's a rain.
Make sure it's a rain, so then you're dehydrated
more,
but you're energized.
Hey, actually, can I get one of those? Because I totally grabbed the wrong one because this other company likes to just fool people.
What? Oh gosh.
Right?
What would you like?
Anything but what's in my hand.
And would you like a white gummy bear?
What's your favorite?
Rainbow sherbet. You're Italian, so.
Okay. Am I going to know this?
It checks out. I mean, it's like sherbet.
Oh, it's like when... Okay, yes. How's this going so far? Pretty good?
Easy. We don't cut. This is all staying on here.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. I'm glad that I've been on my best behavior then.
You don't have to.
No.
I've had people be on horrible behaviors.
Really?
Yeah.
We won't name names.
No, we don't have to name names.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm into this.
Yeah, it's a rainbow sherbet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it tastes like. It tastes like you're drinking. You're like eating but drinking a sherbet. It's so good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So how'd you hook up with these guys?
So I was filming Kai Green for, I don't know if you know Kai Green,
Yes.
a bodybuilder. So I was Kai Green's videographer. Yeah, with the dread.
Oh, he's a monster,
braid.
bro.
Yeah, Kai is awesome. And I was filming him for a few years, and he was sponsored by Rain. So what happened was I became very friendly with the executives when they were in town for a couple of different shoots. And then when they were looking for people to, they have hubs of people. So they have a group in Nashville. They have a group in Texas. I think they have somebody in Florida now. They have California because that's Monster Energy. So that's where they're based. So they have all of these different companies, these different groups of people, and they didn't have anybody for the Northeast. So one thing led to another. They started talking to me about shooting monthly content for them. I said, yo, I'd love to. I fucks with you guys. You guys are awesome. The executives are cool. I obviously love Kai. Kai moved to Florida during the pandemic, but he would come back and forth to shoot content. And then we wound up just settling on, a set amount of deliverables each month. And that's kind of how it is. They sent me the fridge. They send me unlimited rains, which I'm supposed to get a new shipment soon. So it's been a very fruitful relationship. They've been a great company to work with, been a great company to work for. I've gotten to see a lot of different cool things. I've gotten to be treated like a VIP celebrity at certain shoots where, not to say you're not normally treated that way, but when they take care of the camera guy too, it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
you get a fucking suite, and instead of a regular bitch ass room. So you're like, oh shit. So it's been a really good relationship with them, and I've been enjoying it, and whether it goes for another 50 years or, I'm saying? I'm appreciative of the opportunity that they've given me and that I'm able to do. And it's pretty free form, man. I get to film whatever I want. That's really kind of what it goes. We get set guidelines of the content that they're looking for each month, but generally it's in your hands to just shoot whoever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. And, models you have to get approved by them. But besides that, the content's kind of up to you. So it's been good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's been a good little ride.
Hey, what's Kai Green's cheat day look like?
I've never seen it.
I mean,
I've never seen it. He doesn't really cheat, even when he was around me. Doesn't really cheat. He's very regimented. He sticks to his meals. We would order him multiple meals for one meal. I mean, if you had to get him food from like a Denny's or something like that, because you're in an area that doesn't have meal prep and whatnot, you just get him like 4 omelets. I mean, just egg white omelets and with spit. He stays on his game. He really does. I don't think he's ever cheated in front of me. I think the most he's ever cheated was when we go out for like the athlete dinners and he just has steak and maybe some potatoes.
And so he probably doesn't drink either, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so, dude. He's a big boy.
Dope. Yeah, dope. He's good. I mean, he trains for hours.
Does he?
When we would go to locations, I mean, he would train for. We would get to a location, let's say at like 8:00. He'd start training by like 8:45, 9 after he gets set up and shit like that. People saying hi to him and whatnot. I mean, we wouldn't leave till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
he's just nonstop.
I have a friend that stays with me. He's actually I don't know if I should call him by his stage name. He's a wrestler.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'll just call him by his EC3. So he stays with me. Ethan Carter III.
Okay.
He's the North American heavyweight champion right now for the NWA.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so he came and he's so regimented on his diet and he's shredded.
Yeah.
So he tells me, he's like, Tom, white rice, chicken. That's it.
That's it.
White rice, chicken. Some veggies. Maybe I can have a steak. White rice, chicken. And I'm like, okay. He gets here. I pick him up. I start doing his meal prep. He's in the gym for like 3-4 hours. Comes home, showers, does like a podcast, goes for a run. The kid, I can't. He's so regimented. I get it. So for him, Kai probably is even more regimented than that, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's very. You gotta let the dude sleep because he's a zombie if he doesn't, because he does so much. So it's like between the acting that he does, between the gym shoots, between the meet and greets, between the traveling. I mean, he doesn't stop. So it's very tough when you live in that lifestyle. And from the outside, it looks glamorous. And not to say it isn't, but it's a very demanding life. Even from me on the content side, it's very demanding. You have to film all day from 6 a.m. till 1, 2 in the morning. And then his manager hitting me up going, hey, we're going to get a recap for the day out by tomorrow morning, right? And you just got back to the room, it's 2 a.m. You just go, okay, like, yeah, like I need to sleep too. And 4 days straight of that, you're toast.
Yeah.
When you get back and listen, it's nothing against him. He's running a business.
Yep.
So that's what he expects.
He is the business.
He needs that.
Yeah.
And it's not even, Kai just does Kai stuff, but his manager on the back end is the one that, facilitates all of it and makes sure that the ship continues to sail.
Yep.
So it's a very demanding lifestyle from everybody.
Yeah.
Because even when we're in remote locations around the world, he'd have to be up, the manager from back here, setting up Ubers, doing things, this and that. It's tough, man. It's not easy, and it's taxing on everybody. And then that's just one trip out of like 4 for a month or 3 for a month.
I couldn't imagine having to plan all that stuff. Like, I'm not even good at it when we're in person, but doing it remotely for somebody else.
Yeah, it was tough. Dubai, I've talked about it before on the show. Dubai was one of the toughest trips I've ever taken in my life. That was not even because it was cool. Don't get me wrong. I was very grateful to go and to experience Dubai, but I experienced it from a camera, screen, and hotel rooms and expos and gyms. That's really all I got to see. So people are like, oh, did you really get to? No, I didn't get to do nothing.
Nope.
That was work. Like, people go, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you stay an extra day or two? It's like, well, the dog's with my mom. I can't be selfish. She's already helping me out. So like, I have to be understanding that there's a time limit. Like, I have to go to these places, do my job, and dip.
Yeah.
So like Dubai, for those that haven't heard it before, I wound up leaving Wednesday night. No, I wound up leaving Wednesday night at 11 p.m. I landed in Dubai Thursday night, 9 p.m.
What's that flight like?
13 hours. It was coach. I was not in first class or extra leg room. But
you used to have a free room next to you, or
but I was doing the shuffle on the app before I got on the flight. So I was like, kept moving my seat to anyone that didn't have a seat next to them. So I wound up being able to like curl up into the seat next to me a little bit and just kind of stretch my legs, kind of. The issue was that you're just trying to keep your mind off of like just the time that you're up there, because you think you're just going to go and knock, and you don't.
Nope.
You think you're going to sleep, and I don't.
Nope. I'm the guy that has like 4, 5, 6 like things loaded on my iPad ready to go.
Oh yeah, you have to have the whole. Yeah, I have to have the entire Hobbit trilogy on my iPad. So this way, by the time he loses the ring again and gives it to Frodo, we're starting Lord of the Rings now.
Yeah, I'll grab like the whole first season of something, second season of something, or like every John Wick. I'll be like, oh
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what you gotta do. That's what I've done to Hawaii too. Hawaii was 11 hours. I've done that flight.
Direct, or you stop somewhere?
Direct.
Nice.
I've done that flight. Not doing going back and forth, because that would count as 2, but I've done that twice.
So you do a lot of traveling. Where's your favorite place?
I love Hawaii. I went there for vacation though.
Nice.
So Hawaii was nice because
how's the poke over there? Heard it's delicious.
Delicious. And you get it at gas stations on the corner.
Yeah.
Fucking $8, $6. It's like they just caught it that morning.
I love like the food reviews and the food bloggers when they go over there and they're like, no, the best poke's right here. It was like caught this morning.
Yeah, dude. It's like some shitty gas station. You look at this like smeared out windows and stuff. You're like, oh, what is this place? You go in there, the warm, fresh rice. You get the sesame oil. You get the nice.
Did you try the wasabi? The Spam?
Oh yeah, the Spam. The Spam's good too. So I had one of my roommates in college. Shout to Justin Felix. His mom, Puerto Rican. They're all from Puerto Rico. I went to their house for a cookout one day. Man, not only was the spread
in Hawaii.
No. This is when I was in Connecticut. They lived in Connecticut for college. But man, the spread was unbelievable. And then the next morning, because we stayed at her house because they were a little further than where we could drive back. The next morning, she made us fried spam, spam and eggs, and it was delicious.
Spam reminds me of my grandparents so much.
Italian, they cook?
Cuban.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
My grandfather was Cuban. He loved spam, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I actually bought my grandparents' house, so I live in their house, and now I have spam in the exact same place where he used to keep it in the cabinet, and I'm like, oh, every time I eat it, I'm
keeping the legacy going, bro.
Yeah.
Keeping the legacy going.
And I actually, because like my grandmother was still living there when I bought it. Now she's older, she's in a home now, but I still love her. She's the best. She had this thing to like fry potatoes, like one of those skillet things, but like I forgot what they're like, a tabletop little skillet. But like an old school
Like a
electric
George
one.
Foreman type thing?
No, it's like you put oil in it. It's like a little like skillet. I can't really explain it. Square, you just put the oil in.
Okay.
So I literally make potatoes in the same way that she made it, and I'm like, oh man.
Probably tastes it. And then if you make it the same way and something else doesn't taste
not the same. It's just not the same.
Nope.
Smells up the house the exact same way.
Yeah, you need that. Need that, bro.
need
That's
it,
the whole point.
Yeah.
So I would say Hawaii was definitely one of my favorite spots to go to. I'm having a dilemma currently of I need to go on a vacation again.
Can I recommend the place?
Yeah.
St. Martin.
Yeah, so I have a buddy that owns a hotel down there.
Which one?
I don't know which one Chris owns. I'll tell you right now. Let me see.
So my parents have a place down there right on the Dutch side. I'm drawing a blank right now. Little Bay Beach, right on Little Bay Beach.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude. When I tell you, it's the best food I've ever had in my entire life on the French side, because they say that all like the best French chefs somehow end up in St. Martin, maybe because they like the weather. But it is awesome down
I don't
there.
blame him, man. You know, that's that. So
The people are nice, man. They're friendly. The food's great. The drinks are strong. The sun's intense. The water's warm.
You can be St. Martin.
St. Bart's.
Oh no, it is St. Martin. The Morgan.
Where is it? What town? Let me see. You probably can't pronounce it.
Couldn't even tell you.
It's probably on the French side.
Let me see.
Aunts Marcella's down there. I'm convinced that I saw.
St. Bartholomew.
Yeah, that's St. Bart's.
Well, that's him. That's him. I guess in a fishing spot. No,
Well,
it's in St. Martin.
It's
The
only
Morgan is now officially open. This is in 2021.
It's a 40-minute boat ride from St. Martin to St. Bart's.
That's the spot. I don't know. It is St. Martin though.
No, it's this. I think this is right by the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So you ever see those people that are right behind the plane when they land? Like
Yes. Where that
by
thing
the beach,
blows them by
the beach.
Yeah.
That's SXM.
That's the same spot?
That's that airport, dude. And it's really funny. So like, there's like one day a week, I think it's Saturdays, where all the bigger planes come in,
Yeah.
and people will line up against the fence when they take off, and they'll just get blasted back into the water, bro.
Out.
It's hilarious.
Done. I've seen all the videos. It's crazy. It's nuts. Yeah, I'd be down to go down somewhere like that. So like my dilemma right now is things are good with work. I'm getting new clients. I have a lot of new retainer work that I'm working on. But I'm feeling like because I haven't actually gotten to take a break. So like Kenji, I've said it a million times, Kenji has epilepsy.
Your dog.
Yeah. So that leaves you on high alert all the time.
Yeah.
And then his pills are 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So then you're like always tied to the house and tied to him to get him his pills on time. And then, you know, there's just like the stress from work and life and this and that. So it's just kind of like everything just starts hitting you. And if you haven't taken ample time to just turn the phone off and just be away,
Yeah.
you don't really get that reset. And so now I've recently, even on a not even on a vacation side, I've actually been trying to consider and talk myself into getting a second phone. So I want to get a second phone that'll be my personal line that my mom and my family only has, like only them.
Yeah.
And then so I can turn this off and tuck it away.
Yep.
And just be done and like not have social media on the other phone, not have anything, and just be able to just like have it in case I need to use it. But if I could still browse things and not get blasted with notifications.
Yep.
'Cause that's the problem. You can put it on do not disturb. You're still gonna see the notifications pop up at, because it's under the do not disturb tab. You can silence it, but you're still gonna see the notifications pop up. And just seeing the notification triggers you to want to go check something.
So that's when you just got to be stronger than the device, man.
It's tough, man. As a business owner.
I love scrolling up.
As a business owner, man.
If it's not important, scroll it up.
Yeah, but I agree with you, but then it's in the back of my mind, especially if I saw it. Now I'm like, fuck, now I got to answer that person. Or if I post something, they're going to think that I'm actually intentionally ignoring them when it's not the case. I'm either just busy or I just haven't had the chance to like sit there and actually talk to you yet.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of just I'll respond on my time. I'm doing things. It's me time right now.
Yeah.
You know, like I if it's important, I'll get back to you. You know, like the people that can get in touch with me when it's important know how to get in touch with me. You know what I mean? So it's like, if it's like an Instagram thing, I don't really care.
Well, I turned off most of the notifications for Instagram already. So I get messages, I get DMs. Those are my notifications that I get. But besides that, I don't get any other notifications for likes, comments, anything like that. I don't get it anymore. So when I open the app, I'll do. But my issue is my Achilles heel is I'm constantly checking for new business, because I do get a lot of DMs about people saying, "Hey, I want to shoot this. Hey, I'm interested in doing this." Hey, but then you're in the app, and then 20 minutes go by and you're just like, fuck, get off. Like, I want to read. I want to do things that are bettering me. But by the time you get to the point of the day where you want to actually do these things, you're just mentally drained from like all the extra shit. And it's like, well, fuck it. Now I just want to put something on TV and just veg out and not do anything.
So I learned this from my buddy Steve, who's now working with me on doing some of my ads. He's great. But he basically sets like a time, and he'll take a Zoom call for like 15 minutes if he has it. And that's it. Like, timer goes off. All right, got to go to the next call. Like, and he's very regimented like that.
Yeah, time blocks.
So it's very smart, because I feel like he gets a lot of work done. He's like only going to allow this much brain power for this time, and then he's on to the next task.
Yeah.
Which I have been doing also, and it's been helping me get a lot of shit done.
I probably have to incorporate some stuff like that. I really do. I have to incorporate, and I've been getting better and more.
Especially when it's new business. Want to know why? Because listen, I got 5 minutes in between shoots right now. Let's get this over with. I'll hop on a Zoom. I'll answer all your questions, but then I got to get off.
Yeah.
And then it also kind of engages them, like, oh, this guy's busy. He's willing to give me 5 minutes right now. Like, you know, then you're kind of setting the tone. Like, I'm busy, you know, like I'm giving you 5 minutes now. I'll get back to you on my time.
Yeah, it's the access. That's the problem with me. It's the access and the ability for people to have my number and this and that. And that's not the problem. It's the.
And I don't want to sound like an asshole by saying that, but that's just for you. People
that understand this will understand it. People that don't and haven't been in this
people
situation,
that are listening to this are going to be like, oh, what a dick.
No, you know what? I have a lot of mixed people. I got a lot of entrepreneur friends. I have a lot of people that work for companies that have business phones and then personal phones.
Yeah.
Now imagine that you work for this company, you're the owner, and your business phone is your personal phone, and now it's constantly going off.
Yeah,
you have to be able to separate these things and say, and when enough is enough, when a client is taking too much from you, because there is that crossover point. There's a point of like where it's okay, it's a new client or it's person. Hey, I'm willing to help out this and that, but then they start overstepping the boundaries. You're like, yo, 10 minutes, like that's all I got, and then I can't help you anymore. Like I've had to sort people out and just be like, yo, you have asked for 10 re-edits, and the re-edits aren't even like things that I've done. They're because you're deciding that you want a different color or you want this. This is taking way too much time.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is it always the people that are the ones looking for a deal?
Yes.
That are always the super annoying ones?
Always.
And I bet you big, awesome companies like Rain Energy, whatever you give them, they're happy with.
I tell them every single time I go, if you need me to re-edit something or change something, I'm happy to do it.
And they never say it, right?
It is rare. I mean, it's rare that I have to do any type of re-edits for them.
Bro, that's why
they look and they just go, great. They go, great.
Bigger companies is awesome. Like the smaller entrepreneurs, I get it. Like you want to nitpick, but like we're also a business too. So like, don't really abuse us like that.
Yeah, I was working with a young girl recently. She's very, very talented. Does a lot of cool things. I'm not going to say obviously who or what, but it became a situation where we had shot, and then it's 4.5 to 5 months later that she's finally getting to the edits. And it's like, I know you're busy, but I'm busy too. So now your project, and not to say it's not a priority for me anymore, but like I have 10 other projects that are recent that I have to get done.
Yeah.
So it's like every time she would hit me up, it's like just randomly hitting me up at like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. Hey, I was thinking about doing this, or hey, can we do this? And I go, yes, send me a song. So I don't have to look for a song. Send me a song that you like, because you didn't like the last 2 I picked out, and I will make sure that I edit to that. Okay. Sends me the song a week later. Sends me the song, I edit to it, send it to her. Oh, it's not the right spot of the song. Okay. So now we got to redo it. Oh, you know what? I think I like this song better. So I was like, yo, I can't do this. I'm just letting you know, by the way, anybody else that you work with too, like any other creative that you work with, I said, the way that you work, you seem like you have to learn how to edit and do everything yourself. I'm just letting you know, like that. And that's cool. That's okay. But you're trying to hire somebody, you have to give them the creative integrity to like handle things on their own. Yeah. And if there's a big thing that you don't like about something that they did, you could change that. But there's little monotonous little things like, oh, I like this better, I like that better. It wastes everybody's time. And then at some point you have to be like, yo, I can't do this anymore. I have to charge you for a re-edit. I got to charge you for this. Like, this is not what the original scope was. And then they get nasty and they get angry. And it's just like, hey, listen, best of luck.
Do you kind of like filter through some of your potential clients? Because like, I feel like, especially with editor and like creative, like, you know, the person that you would be filming, it has to be kind of like a unit. Like you have to.
Well, yeah, listen, it's a marriage, and just like
and people edit differently. They have different vibes, like camera angles. I'm sure you know that. Like,
yeah,
when I was doing that stuff for other people, I was kind of selective on who I wanted to do it with. Like,
it's tough because at first any creative is going to want to just grab up as much business as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And to this day, it's still the same thing. Things are expensive out here right now.
Yep.
I'm very selective with people and companies that I work with and the values that I align with. But at the same time, it's like rent's due on the first.
Yep.
So sometimes you have to bite the bullet and do a little extra for clients. And, you know, I have clients sometimes that take advantage of time. It was supposed to be XYZ, and this is our monthly deliverables. That's what it's supposed to be. Well, it's like, oh, well, we have a couple of extra shoots that we're trying to squeeze in, and sometimes you have to sit there and just go, okay, like, you know, you grit your teeth a little bit and you get it done. But it's like, yo, if your clients were doing this to you, you wouldn't like that. So at some point, after a couple of months of doing that, it's like, well, now we're not biting the bullet. Now it's just expected that we're going to get taken advantage of. So now you have to have that flip switch. You have to go, hey, it's harder now because you've allowed it to happen for X amount of months.
Yep.
Whereas if you bit it in the ass right when it happened and you've been like, hey, this is what we originally agreed upon for X amount of dollars a month. We have to like renegotiate this contract because you had me do 2 times the amount of work. So it becomes tough because if you said it in the beginning, things would have gotten squashed. But as a creative and somebody that's getting paid, you know, you sometimes sit there and you're just fortunate that you have business. So it's like, hey, listen.
Yeah, but your time's worth money.
Without question. But so there's a push and pull type of a scenario that happens with stuff like that. And the amount that you're going to let people pull from you, you have to be where's that point? Because it's cool to take care of people that take care of you. So like, I don't mind doing a little extra for Rain.
Yeah.
I send them extra photos here and there. I send them extra reels every couple of months. I'm not, you know, the deliverables are X amount. I may go 3 or 4 more than what I'm supposed to deliver. Yep. Not because I'm trying to kiss ass, but because they take care of me.
Dude, I feel the same.
I fucks with them.
Yeah, I feel the same way with you know, like on the creative end, like Chef Eric Levine, 317 Main Street, has been a dude advocate since like the first week I had the company. I will always go there and post that I'm there. You know, I love that guy. He's
That's what I'm
awesome.
saying. And you're not doing it because you feel like you have to.
No,
he's you fucks with him.
He's a good dude, bro. He fucks with me. I fuck with him. Exactly. Same thing at Ryan at Chubb's Meats, bro. He's a great dude.
I love Chubb's. Bro, he was supposed to come on the pod, man.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah, he was supposed to come on the pod. I know he was doing stuff with Hummus Fit for a while. He was
Tony, right?
Yeah,
Tony's a good dude.
He was supplying them with. Tony's been on the podcast before. He's
in good shape, that guy.
Yeah, he's shredded. He trains like an animal. But yeah, he was supplying them with meats, and then I think just something happened. They cut the partnership. But I stayed in touch with Chubb, and I still wanted to have him come through and just chop it up.
Dude, Ryan's awesome, and the stuff that he does with his son, Mason the Wall. Have you seen it?
I haven't. No.
Dude, his son's a goalie, and he's just. I keep trying to convince him to get him mic'd up, like while he's playing goalie. I think it would be so funny. Bro.
You probably should.
I know. I keep Ryan mic up Mason.
Yo, we should have you and Ryan come through for a pod. We should do like taste tests with different seasonings and stuff. That'd be fun.
No, you should come through the kitchen and let us cook you something.
I'll do that.
Hell yeah.
I'll fucking eat any day. Hell yeah. I'll bring the mics. We'll do everything, man.
Oh, bring Aaron, Big Fat Loser, too. I've been trying to get in touch with him for a while.
I'll fucking bring Aaron.
Dude, I have a box of stuff waiting for him at my house. Yeah, bro. He's awesome, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. That's easy. Aaron's the shit, man. He would love to. Aaron's another good dude. Super big supporter of small business.
Yeah, man.
I mean, inspirational what he's done, and he's a regular guy. That's the coolest part.
Yeah, dude. He seems like just a real good dude.
Yeah, he really is. And it's just that's the whole point. The whole point is just aligning yourself with these people, supporting small business, but supporting people more importantly that you align with their values and mission statements.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to support companies that I don't fuck with. Like,
yeah.
I want to, you know, once I found you're doing seasonings, I got no reason to buy from these other companies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dude, but it's a little thing. I appreciate you bringing me all these. I would have bought them.
You're good, dude.
I want to.
I'm just a dude trying to hook up dudes with other dudes. You know what I mean? Jeez.
Yeah, dude. It's just it's all good stuff. So obviously the dude, the Big Lebowski, I see on.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Dave Smiles, another good dude. He's the tattoo artist that put the dude on my leg. Did you see him?
I haven't seen him. No.
Bro, you haven't seen my tattoo?
Let me see.
Bro, look at this. Dave, you're the man, bro. 7 hours.
Awesome.
How awesome is that thing, bro?
Great.
Right? So that was like a big joke. Everybody was like, oh, the dude like the Big Lebowski. I'm like, nah, I'm the dude. He's just the other dude.
Yeah, he's just the other dude. So pretending to play a dude.
Yeah, so now the dude is kind of works for me now. He's on my leg in a dude's gourmet shirt. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So is that how that started? You just you were just the dude, or was there a relationship like for you with the Big Lebowski?
No relationship at all. It was a great movie. I was just always like, okay, we need to come up with a catchy name, which is going to be funny for like you and your friends hanging out in the kitchen. And I was just like, dude, why don't we just call the seasonings dudes? So it's like you hanging out with the dudes, and then we can have like funny jokes like, oh, a girl can be like, oh, I finally met a good dude, you know, like.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I saw your seasonings for the first time. Yeah, the burger's really good. I'm trying all of them at this point.
Go for it, man.
I think I saw your seasonings the first time at Empire Nutrition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Mike's a good dude.
Yep. Both Mikes I know. Mike Adams and Mike Knapp.
So they own Nunzies, right?
Yeah, Mike Knapp owns Nunzie. I believe Mike A is part of it as well.
I've been trying to get down there. I heard the food's bomb.
Delicious, man.
Nice.
I got to make that intro for you.
Hell yeah. So I went to high school with Mike Adamquits.
Okay, so so
good
Mike
dude.
Knapp is the one that's the primary owner of Nunzies.
Okay, cool. Yo, so that one's got Scotch bonnet in it, and it's also really low in sodium as well. The best jerk seasoning
got what?
around. Scotch bonnet.
What is that?
One of the hottest peppers in the world.
Really?
There's not a lot in it, though.
Am I going to choke?
No. I mean, if you sniff it, you would, but don't sniff that. It's going to come on the back end. Did you shake it?
No.
The Scotch bonnet goes to the bottom. Shake the shit out of it.
I don't want to.
All right.
I can't start choking.
There's a very little bit in there, but it's really just for the aromas.
All right, so let's talk about formulation. So when you started Dudes, you started with the Kansas City rub. And then what did it expand to? And obviously you had a background in it because of the restaurants, but how did it become like, I need to make lines for everything now? And where did you figure like, I'm going to do this line, I'm going to do a honey chipotle? Like how did it, was it just that you wanted them?
So it was like a really good partnership. I had like 10 or 15 that I was working on. And then another good dude made an introduction to another good dude who happened to own a processing plant that does all this stuff, and it was all certified organic and everything. On
Long Island, or is it in the States?
Yes, it's in Pennsylvania actually.
Cool.
But it's still all locally sourced, all great stuff, and we just kind of had a good partnership. He's like, hey, just so you know, like I see what you're doing with your brand. Like I have access to all this stuff, and I can make yours for you if we can kind of form a partnership. So we did that, and now I have a whole bunch of different ones. So
that took a lot of the manufacturing off of your
it
plate.
saved me a lot of time.
I'm sure.
So now me and Rob, we're just mad cool. I love that guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's done nothing but to help support the company. And if he makes like a couple £100 or something, is like, yo, you want to try some of this? I'm like, yeah, send it over. And we just have new ones. And now that's actually a Brazilian style fish seasoning called tremula. But it's
Top duster?
Yes, but it is way better on root vegetables, dude. Way better. Don't tell anybody that. That's a secret. You might have to bleep my voice for that part.
I have to bleep that out. Just make it so this way it's just your face and you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Was there an audio cutout?
Yeah, so that's low in sodium too. So that's made to be mixed with citrus and salt. And it is ridiculous.
So veggies though.
Yes, that's what I use it for. But dude, cheat code, it goes good on fish too.
Goes good on fish.
Yeah.
I have some salmon fillets that I have to make, so I'll probably put that on.
No, honey chipotle.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Salmon fillets?
Yeah.
Do you have a guide on your website to show like what pairs well with what?
No, but
do that like a wine pairing. So
I do that, but I also kind of want to build a community where it's more interactive. So I would rather you just DM me and ask me these things, and I'm always like accessible. So that has Serrano chili in it, and that was a joke. The dude you told you not to worry about. It happens to be for all vegetables shaped like you know what's. So like if you think about it though, bro, like there's a lot of vegetables shaped like that, so it's kind of funny.
There's a lot of phallic shaped vegetables.
Yeah, bro, like carrots, turnips, eggplants,
a lot of penis shaped foods,
zucchinis, squash. Like there's a lot, bro. We could probably keep going, but I don't want to know. You know,
popsicles. Oh wait, fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
Sweet Baby Jesus is delicious.
Sweet Baby Jesus is fantastic, dude.
The burger, Sweet Baby Jesus. So honey chipotle is delicious.
Steak Papi is an ancho chili based steak and taco seasoning.
I didn't try this one.
So that's good for you, bro. It's low sodium. It's good for all your meal prep.
I eat a lot of sodium though. Truthfully, I take a lot of sodium in.
Yeah,
I do packs of Element. It's 1,000 milligrams of sodium each pack. I'll do a packs of Element. I'll do not even Himalayan sea salt. I'll do Celtic sea salt on my food.
I'm not dissing on Celtic sea salt, but remind me next time I see you, I have a better salt for you.
Why? So can you tell me why you don't like Celtic sea salt?
I just don't like it because I found the better salt.
What does that mean?
The salt that I have is from the Murray River of Australia. And from rumor has it, it's from like a dried riverbed. So all they do is dig it up and clean it, and then they whack it down into these beautiful little crystals. And it's considered a finishing salt that only has 190 milligrams of sodium.
Well, that hits you on the back
end.
The steak Papi, bro.
Yeah, I hope you didn't do a lot of it.
No, I did a little.
So it has 190 milligrams of sodium instead of 390, which is like a third of the sodium, and it tracks more minerals. So it's one of the only salts that you can throw in cold water, shake up, and take it as your minerals. It's awesome, dude.
Really?
Yes.
That over Celtic.
When you see it, I should have brought it. I'm so pissed. When you see it, bro, you'll understand why.
Okay. I believe you.
It's really good. If you guys bake, you can throw it on cookies. It's fantastic.
I put Celtic sea salt on everything. I put it on my yogurt. I love flakes on my yogurt. I put it on.
I actually have a smoked version of that salt that's good on yogurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We're just chemistry cooking it up in the kitchen.
Bro, I'm just happy to be here, man. It's so important to eat healthy, dude. Like, and but we're all guilty of going to Taco Bell at 2 a.m, but whatever, man.
Okay, so truthfully, I don't know the last time that I've had fast food like that. I don't remember the year, like how many years it's been. That's how long it's been.
Really?
No.
So what's fast food to you? Like Chipotle?
I wouldn't consider that fast food. I mean, it is fast food, but I would consider they use better ingredients, right?
Definitely.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So, especially when a bowl is $20, fucking ridiculous. But I would, that's just really, when I go to Chipotle, I just get double chicken and rice.
That's it? You don't do any of the veggies?
No. Double veggie. I do the double fajita veggie. That's it.
I love their cilantro lime crema.
I hate cilantro.
Really?
That is the one seasoning
soap?
I hate.
It tastes like soap?
Doesn't taste like soap. I get asked that all the time. It doesn't taste like soap. It just tastes like butt. So not even good butt.
So do you not like pico de gallo or guacamole?
I like guacamole and I like pico de gallo. I just don't like cilantro when it's overpowering. It gives me like a weird metally tinge in my mouth.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, don't like it. When Chipotle used to go heavy on the cilantro and the white rice, I used to have to ask for white rice from the back.
Yeah.
I'd say, hey, can I get the plain white rice in the back? They'd be like, what? And then the dudes that were veterans, they'd be like, oh, no, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the tray out. And then everyone behind me would be like, what? You can get that shit? I go, yeah, man, secret menu. But it's just white rice.
They did that cauliflower rice for a little bit. Do they still do it?
No, not that I've seen.
I think that was a fail, man. It was not good.
Yeah,
It smelled like farts.
As most broccolis and cauliflowers do. Light up my, what's lighting up my fridge right now? Kimchi. Kimchi is lighting my fridge.
Kimchi, dude.
I do too. I put it right in there. Good probiotics. We were talking about gut health.
You ever do kimchi and eggs?
I've done kimchi and eggs. I just mostly, so I don't know if, do you know Juji Mufu?
Yes.
So I'm very friendly with Juji.
Bro, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's been on my pod.
Does he do a cheat food? A cheat meal?
I think so. I'm never around him like that. He's invited me down to his compound.
Bro, we need to go and film a cheat meal with him.
Dude, my man eats.
I know.
He's shredded right now too. What was that? Where was I going? Oh,
Sorry.
No. You're good.
Juju Mifu. You went down and he was on the pod. And
Nah, before that. Nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
can we roll the tape?
What?
Can we roll tape?
No.
Oh, all right.
No, we keep it natural, baby.
Oh, man, I shouldn't cut you off.
No, it's good. I asked you if you do Juji. I know it was going into the foods and whatnot. I don't know. My brain runs a million miles an hour, so it's like
maybe he's very regimented also about how he eats.
Remember. Nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
What are your thoughts on Liver King?
Interesting. I mean, I find it kind of nuts that people didn't think that he was on gear.
I mean, it's clear as day.
Well, I mean, to some people, they thought he was actually natural and just supplementing with organs. I mean, I don't know. I think that does add a certain level of shreddedness to someone's physique and leanness because you're getting all the process out of everything that you're eating, and that definitely tightens you up and makes you hold less water. But I mean, that big, that round, that shredded,
He's got the blood gut. You can tell. It's just like that giant ab right here. That's from testosterone. Right?
I don't know if it's not from test. A lot of bodybuilders get it. They get like that bubble gut because, from my knowledge, they shoot growth directly into the stomach, and it creates the organs to stimulate and grow as well.
That unhealthy, like almost looks like
that's what I've heard.
That one ab.
I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard from bodybuilders.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, sometimes when they inject it directly into their stomach, that's what it creates the organs to grow as well, and that's what creates more of that distension.
Oh, all right. Well, you probably know better than me, so
yeah. I mean, but I never took anything, so I know just as much as I've heard. So I could be wrong. If y'all want to fact check me, I might be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I found that very interesting. And then he had something wrong with his eye recently too that I saw in passing. I try not to keep up with any of these people. It's just too much to keep up with these influencers and whatnot. I try to just focus on people that I know. Like before I did jiu-jitsu, I focused on bodybuilders, but now that I'm in jiu-jitsu, I'm focusing on a lot more of the fighters that go to Sarah's. So it's like I'm meeting all of them and I'm like, oh shit, you got to fight in a couple months, sick. Like you start supporting these people, even though they're big names like Aljamain Sterling and Steamroller, shout out to Steamroller. All these guys that fight in the UFC. To everybody else, they're watching it, and they're people that are stars. But to me, it's like, these people that train at the gym. It's cool. Yeah. So that's why I try to like associate with local dope people. Yeah,
that's cool, dude. I try to do the same thing. Like, I mean, if you're putting out a good product, I'm gonna fuck with you. That's it. Yeah. Like, I'm down for like to have the best of everything. That's why, like, I don't know, man. I'm just like selective of who I spend my time with and my money with and my my business with. You know,
You have
like,
to be.
There's like I don't know, man. I guess every day's like a learning experience, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you have to be, because otherwise there's a lot of energy suckers out there, and they'll just continue to just drive you down. And you're like, oh my god, I got to get away from this fucking person.
Yeah, man.
It's just you know, there's too many of that. There's too many of the negative side of people. There's not a lot of the positive people.
I've been really cutting a lot of people out.
Oh yeah.
And you feel so good after.
A buddy of mine that I haven't spoken to, we were best friends since high school. A buddy of mine I haven't spoken to since, it'll be a year next month. Godfather to his child. Like I love him, but he's just in a bad situation that he won't allow himself to get away from. And he constantly allowed it to just hinder himself, hinder his friendships, hinder everything. I can't stick around for it. So, you know, in layman's term, pick your partners accordingly, gentlemen and ladies, please.
Yeah.
You know, just that's a commitment, especially when you have children with them. So
what, are you single?
I'm single, man. I've been single since 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, probably me around the same.
Yeah, dude. I've been single since 2018. Broke up with my girlfriend then. Just weren't like seeing eye to eye on things, and then COVID, and then everything like that. And I think just I was having this conversation recently with my mom and a friend of mine. The longer that I stay single, the longer that the more times that I go out on dates and I'm just disappointed because the conversation isn't there. The people are lackluster. You know, just maybe they're just there for a free meal. The more you become jaded to the situation and you just don't want to do it. And you're content with just chilling at the house with the dog and chilling in this because it's less drama and it's less problems. But then you're not putting yourself out there, and then you're just going to wind up staying in the cycle that you're in of just not having somebody. So it's like at what point do you go, well, I'd like to have somebody because I would, but I'm so tired.
Yeah, but I'm not willing to sacrifice like my mindset and my like freedom, you know? Like think about that. Like you don't want to form a partnership with somebody that like, you know, it's just not right, you know? Like you got to be selective of who you're going to spend the rest of your life with and start a family with. Like if I know that the girl that I'm potentially looking for, I want her to be like my best friend, you know? Because like when shit hits the fan, like I want to go to war with my best friend. I don't want to go to war with like somebody that I am in a relationship with. Like that's how I look at it. It's either like you have to like be with your best friend for things to work out, especially nowadays with like social media. Like, oh, it's just like, I don't know, everything's so weird since COVID, bro. Everything is so weird. The people are weird. Everything.
I think
weird.
We're in like an alternate universe. I really do. I really think that like there's this theory that the CERN Hadron Collider, the particle collider at CERN, Switzerland, that once they turned that thing on in 2012, that things have been very different. And I really feel like things have been very different since COVID.
Yeah.
Very different. I don't know if it's because we all caught COVID, whether you noticed it or not, and that really changed perception and whatever they manufactured. But I've noticed that things are just not the same. And it's not that it's not the same because like things aren't happy and fluffy and this and that. Just things feel off.
Yeah.
Everything feels off.
Everything feels off.
Life feels off. My priorities are different. Like
but even day-to-day interactions with like things that are supposed to be normal.
Yeah.
Like just people like aren't getting it anymore. And maybe it's because people don't have enough like access to like people to talk to. And when everybody was in COVID, they were just kind of like hermits and they were looking at their phone and they don't know how to do like normal social cues. Like that's like a big thing. I realize people don't understand social cues anymore. It's so weird. We're in the Twilight Zone.
I'm telling you, we are. There's something's off. Something's off, and I can't put my finger on what exactly it is. But it's just to reaffirm your point.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Oh yeah. I'm a conspiracy theorist because with certain things because at some point I can't believe that there's that many coincidences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at some point you have to sit there and just go, yeah, I'm interested. I want to hear what this potentially objective viewpoint is that challenges what I've always thought was normal.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on like AI?
I believe that it's supposed to take us all out. Not necessarily like Terminator style, but I believe it's supposed to create a workforce that is all artificial intelligence in every area, because theoretically it'll take over every area, not just video creators, not just mortgages and all this stuff. It's coming for every industry.
Yes.
And the scary thing is that people just go, oh yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's like, it's not though, because you don't understand that right now it's small, but even in its small infancy stage, it's big. To be able to have things formulated for you in seconds and all of these different things that would normally take days for somebody to do. It does it in a minute.
Crazy.
That's great for the convenience of speed, but are we trading speed for livelihood of everybody in every industry? That's scary, man.
That is, yes. So I as a tool to help like workflows, it's cool. Like if you need like a script for a commercial and you throw it in like ChatGPT or something like that,
yeah,
that's cool.
Used it plenty.
But it's like there's other things like like AI and like electric cars. I don't like that. The two of them together scares the shit out of me.
Well, now the government wants full kill switches put in every single car manufactured. I forget from what date passed, but they want kill switches to be able to just kill your car at any given point.
Nope.
Bro, fuck that, man.
Nope. Would you ever get an electric car?
You know what? So I almost got one. I almost got the Mach-E Mustang.
Okay.
And then I just was like, nah, I'm good, man. It just doesn't line up with what I want to, what my needs are. Truthfully, I want to get rid of my BMW. I've said it a million times. I want to get rid of my BMW and I want to get a 4Runner. Nice. And I want the 4Runner or a Tundra because I know that it'll last 900,000 miles and I can just drive and drive and drive. And if shit hits the fan, I can dip, hopefully, and get off the island, dip, and then just drive into the wilderness and be good.
The guy from The Terminalist has one, a sick 4Runner, an older one.
Yep. That's what I want.
Great flick.
Haven't seen it.
Terminalist, the show?
No.
Dude, you have to watch. Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
You're a conspiracy guy?
Yeah.
You're into it, bro.
What's it called?
Terminalist with Chris Pratt. It was amazing. And Tyler Kish, oh my God, bro. I love that guy. Hollywood slept on Tyler Kish for the longest time. He's the best.
Hollywood slept on a lot. Hollywood's getting phased out by AI before anybody else. They're going to start. There's already been lawsuits with them using AI voice of regular actors. But because, from what I understand, and I know very little on the situation, because they signed over the ability to use them in like releases and everything like that, they basically just have almost like this. They have them speaking on a million different movies, and because they have this, it will create an endless ability to use their voice to say anything.
See, I feel like that's all has to be written out in the contract, right? Like you have my likeness, like let's say
maybe, but we don't know what those contracts say.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
We also don't know whose blood they're drinking behind the scenes in that fucking industry. So,
I don't want to speak on that because I just don't want to get caught up in that.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Scary place. Bro.
It's cool, man. Like it's not even. It's just that there's these backdoor things that they do, and it's a different industry. So I'm not shocked that they're able to just use their identities and use whatever they want whenever they want, because you're just pieces of the chessboard to these large corporations and large people.
You're a part of their puzzle.
Yeah, that's it. So it's
just like Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. Travis Kelce. I'm tired of fucking seeing them. I stopped watching football because I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I don't care who he's banging. Yeah, I don't want to see her face.
But you know what's funny? Everybody's like, "Oh my God, dads and daughters are watching football together." But guess what? Guys like me and you that love football, I don't want to watch that. I don't watch that shit.
I don't want to see this shit. Stop commercializing football. Just play the fucking game.
That's the social media mentality. They want more people watching the product, more eyes on it. But at the sacrifice of what? Actual people that love the sport?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But then next season, they'll break up and we won't have to hear about it ever again. But, it's just ridiculous. I don't want to see this shit. I don't care who he's banging. I don't need to see her in a box and remind myself that she's a billionaire and nothing has to worry her. So I don't want to have to see this shit. Play football, do your thing, we're good. I don't need to see who your love life is.
You show up to a red carpet with her, take a pictures. Oh, cool. That's cool. You're a couple. I get it. But it's just too much.
It's too much. But they just ram all that shit down your throat. And it's exhausting. And they have to commercialize everything, especially at that level. And I've lost a lot of interest in that world. I used to want to shoot Hollywood movies. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on movie sets. I wanted to be like the Christopher Nolan. I wanted to shoot shit like that. But then you start seeing the people that you're surrounded by and the industry as a whole. And you hear about all these different things and you're just like, I'm good on it, man. My own peaceful serenity, staying away, that's cool with me. And then, you look at, how many DPs actually make it to the top? How many become the Christopher Nolans? How many become the Roger Deakins? Like the real DPs that everybody wants to work with. It's a very far and few between because the industry is so saturated. You hear the millions of people that just graduate film school and are bussing tables out in LA. I'm good on it.
Yeah, but right now you're working for yourself. You have clients coming in.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather do my own thing. That's why at the same time I love that I have all of my retainer clients. I'm very fortunate for all of them because it allows me to make more money than I'd make when I was traveling, but stay local.
Yeah,
it's cool to travel, but once again, at what cost? I'm not actually getting to see a lot of things. I'm actually able to now be with the dog, keep my fitness routine in the mix, be in the studio, do podcasts.
You're a slave in Hollywood, bro. You're going to be working how many hour days? You're never going to be able to go to the gym.
Never.
You know, and God forbid, like, you have one bad experience with one big end company, bro. That's it. You're finished, bro.
Yep,
now
blackballed, and that's it.
you have one bad experience with one customer. Okay, you're not my client anymore. Okay, I'll move on to the next
you
one.
try to
It's not a big
rectify
deal.
things, and if they don't want to rectify, then it's like, okay.
You know, there's plenty of other people that need content. I'm sorry about that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's I don't know, it's just figuring out what you want. The more that I realize things, the more I'm giving myself, I've said this a couple times, I'm giving myself the next 2 to 4 years to decide if I'm staying in Long Island.
Where do you want to go?
I would love to go to Texas, to be honest with you.
Bro, I love Texas. I love Montana. My friend
I
Al.
would love to do Montana, but it just seems too remote for me. I like that, but work. I have to be able to make money.
Bozeman. You would love Bozeman.
Yeah?
Yeah, my friend Allison Fasano, she's also a big dude supporter. Awesome. She was on Chopped. She won a couple times. She's great, dude. She's so cool. She's out in Montana. She opened up a speakeasy established in 1864, I think, the year that Bozeman was established as
Cool.
as the capital.
Okay.
Dude, and it's awesome. The food there is sick, bro. I'm telling you, if you ever out there.
Have you gone out there?
I went out there when she first went to Bozeman because we were going to open up a restaurant together in Livingston. And we looked at this place called Mustangs, and just things for dudes really started taking off. And I was like, I really can't move the whole company across the country right now. I was like, but if you want to do this, I back you. I support you. Let's do it. So she waited, and she linked up with a group of restaurants that had like 5 or 6 different restaurants. She worked her way to the top. And then I think that they're involved in this one a little bit, or she might be on her own, but she's killing it, bro. I'm so happy for her.
What are the vibes out like there, like for younger people?
Dude, everybody is so friendly and so nice, and everybody dresses cool, and nobody's a
Am I finding a wife out there, though? That's my thing. Am I going to find a good girl? Or it's just going to be a bunch of old people that just are in the town.
I kind of feel like in Bozeman you'd be better. Livingston, I think like everybody knows each other. It's a smaller town, but yeah, you'll find the wife, and it's like I think there's like it's a big bachelorette community now. I think.
Really?
I think it's like the new Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Dude, we went down there.
You want to take a trip?
Yes,
Let's
bro.
go.
I would love to go
Let's
down
go.
there.
Let's go.
I might never come back, bro.
Let's do a dudes cross the country.
Dudes retreat?
Yeah, we'll stop at all the restaurants on the way out there.
Why not? We'll stop at all the farms and cook up some bison and shit, dude.
I'm saying, do like the Andrew Zimmern when he's outside cooking in the skillet.
Dude, I would love to do more catch and cooks or kill and cooks, like, you know, that stuff.
I want to hunt. Would you be interested in going hunting?
Absolutely. Where?
I don't know yet. I want to hunt. I'm finalizing my pistol license next week.
I just got mine.
Yeah, I'm finalizing my pistol license next week. Shouts to Suffolk County.
Yeah.
So I'm finalizing that, and then I just bought a Henry all-weather.
Great gun.
Yeah, Henry all-weather lever, and it's a 44 Magnum.
Woo!
Yeah, thing is gangster.
Oh, have you shot it yet?
Yeah,
What does it feel like?
Oh, it feels like God in my
Nice.
feels like God cradled between my arm and my shoulder. It's unbelievable, man. It's I was assigned between the 357, the 44, the 45, the 30-30, and the 47-70 government round, which that's like the elephant round. I'm like, I don't need that shit. And it's so expensive for rounds, so I was like, I don't need that. So then I was deciding between the 44 or the 30-30, and I said, you know what, 44, it's a nice home defense if you need it. You could use hollow points in it, or you could use regular bullets just to hunt or, you know, target practice. And I put about 75 rounds through it the next day after I bought it. Oh, the thing is fucking gold.
Nice. Do you have any optics on it or no?
Nothing yet. It's just got a ghost sight on it, like a little ring.
Nice.
It's nice, man.
So for that, I would like recommend like some kind of closed emitter.
Okay.
So something you can swap back and forth to your pistol if you wanted to.
Maybe like a hollow sun.
Yeah, like the
Red dot hollow sun.
Yeah, I forgot the.
Because I'm not really going to be putting it 200 yards.
Yeah, dude, you don't need to do that.
No, I mean, you know, maybe 50.
Hollow Sun's great. Swamp Fox makes some good stuff. I forgot the Stroger makes a really nice one. It's a little expensive though.
So my plan right now is once I get approved for the pistol license, I'm going to buy a Glock for a daily, for just a Glock 43X. Okay. That's what I want, just for a daily. I was going to do SIG.
Do a SIG.
I'm just deciding between the two still. I may go up, if you want to take a trip up to the SIG Academy, I want to go to Sig Sauer Academy and go do the training up there.
So friends of mine that have a cop podcast called Rusty Cuffs went to the SIG Academy and they loved it.
Yeah, so if you want to take a trip up there, that'd be fun, man. We could probably find a couple spots.
So I built a SIG 365, like from the FCU up.
From the lower?
No, from the FCU. It's just something that you drop into the grip module.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind kind of like big kid Legos, bro. You can like pick like fluted barrels, ported barrels. It's really cool, bro.
That's sick.
So if you want, before you make your decision on,
Well, I mean, so I want to get two. I want to get just the gun that I'm gonna have, just regular. That's my target, my range, my carry, like all that stuff, just to have. And then the day that I get my license approved, I'm ordering a staccato.
oh, nice.
I'm gonna order a custom staccato.
Okay.
I'm deciding between the CS or the P.
Yeah.
You know, the P is obviously gonna be bigger. That's fine to carry in the winter, but you know when you have hoodies and shit. But like I'll tell you what, man, that CS, that staccato.
I've shot it before. It's
a 150-day lead time. So my thought process is I get approved for it in the next month or so. It'll be ready for my birthday in August.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So just ship it out like, oh man, just fucking amped up.
Yeah, dude, I can't say that's a great gun.
Yeah, so we'll see. And it's funny. I started with a shotgun, then it's a lever action, now it's a pistol, now it's two pistols. That's how it starts. And you're just like, okay, now I need a gun. Now I need the big Liberty safe.
Yeah, no, I just have I have the one that is in my house, and that's about it.
Okay,
but you know,
I'm becoming a fanatic with it. I just love it. It's so much fun. It's like, you know, go out to the range, you shoot, you hang out. It's like, yeah, it's just different, man. I want to do different shit. I'm so tired of doing the same shit over and over again.
Dude, it's also great stress relief for real, dude. You run through mags like John Wick at a target, you just feel great. Doesn't even matter if you're hitting it, well, just running through a mag, you just feel great.
So I got to go visit my buddy in Arizona soon. I got to go visit my other buddy in Austin again. So those are going to be two vacations. I may hit Hawaii again just to like decompress and just.
You ever mess around at the South Shore, West Coast, like California?
I hate Cali, bro.
Why?
Every time I've been out there, I just fucking hate it. It just doesn't do.
Dirty.
Yeah, but I'm in LA. So LA's a shithole, man. Monterey was very pretty. Monterey was cool when I was up north for a Sony event. That was dope. I'd like to go to San Diego because I heard San Diego is really great. But then I also heard there's the huge homeless issue in San Diego now. It's always been there, but now
I thought Venice Beach is really bad.
Venice Beach is disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to the homeless people, but it is gross, dude.
Disgusting.
And you know, the issue is like these states that allow these people to just live there, you know, and just they don't do anything about it. It just continues to build and grow. And then now they have encampments, and you're giving them you know, it's the same way like when someone's a junkie and somebody is an addict. You know, instead of just giving them clean needles, why don't we address the root cause and try to help them and just get them out of their addiction, as opposed to just like pacifying it and being like, well, we don't want you to, you know, get an infection, so here's clean needles, or here's
but keep slamming that shit into your arm.
Yeah, here's a facility that you can do it, and God forbid that you overdose, because there's a high chance that you will. We'll revive you right here and now. It's like, no, man, we got to help people. We got to just like get to a point of like, what is going to be the way that we address the issue, instead of just here's a Band-Aid, like, oh, and then it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So I've found that the homeless situation out in LA whenever I'm out there, has been like that. I had an apartment, it was an Airbnb in downtown LA that we stayed at. And I've mentioned this a few times. It was literally like Grand Theft Auto outside. I'm not even joking.
I believe it.
All night, you're hearing gunshots. You're hearing people getting stabbed. You're hearing all kinds of shit. And anybody that lives out there that says, oh, you're wrong. I'm like, dude, I was there for a week, and that's all I heard outside the windows. And we were in a nice area. There was a fucking sushi spot that was at least $200 a plate around the corner. Like, farmers markets. We were not in a bad area of downtown
you were like
LA.
bougie.
And it was, dude, we woke up, we walked outside. Dude was laying on the halfway on the entrance of the building and on the curb with I'm talking huge knife in his hands, passed out. And I was just like, whoa, that is fucking crazy.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, we're not on Long Island anymore. Oh my God. So, you know, is it beautiful? Does it have amazing, beautiful parts? Without question, I'm sure. I think of golf. I think of Pebble Beach.
I think of the wineries and In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out's always gorgeous. Every time you see that red and white, that scheme, you're just like, oh, man.
Do you notice in California, though, even the girls that work at fast food restaurants are all beautiful?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's the sunshine.
Yeah.
It's sunshine. You get all the gremlins in New York because everyone's like hiding for 6 months. They come out and they go, the sun. The sun.
Oh, I call winter Han Solo season because everybody's got those high Ugg boots and the leggings.
Yeah. Always look like they're going on a mission.
Yeah, right. And then the vests. Oh my God.
They wear the vests. Yeah. So, you know, speaking of different states, I'd love to visit Montana. I think I never wanted to move to Arizona, but I'm thinking Arizona might be a nice. You know, I'm trying to just figure out
Well, what part of Texas would you go to? Austin?
It'd have to be Austin.
Yeah, Austin's great.
It'd have to be Austin. I've heard too many negatives about the other areas of Texas.
I hated Houston.
I heard Houston's not great.
I hated Houston.
Dallas, I've heard mixed reviews about. Super north of Dallas, like Prosper, Texas. It's super low key right now. They're building like a really nice community. The houses are gorgeous for like $20. I mean, it's unbelievable. But once again, where this podcast doesn't net me revenue yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to be able to connect with businesses and shoot for businesses and companies and this and that. So I don't have the ability to go remote where I don't have access to all that. And then listen, I need the facilities for the dog, for medical emergencies, and I need all these things. So I have to go somewhere that's a little bit more densely populated. So you start thinking about it. Okay, well, Austin, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, if you're doing Florida. It's just too humid, I think, for me, for Florida. I have my friends that live
Definitely for your dog, he would hate it.
Oh, he fucking hates it.
Yeah.
He hates the summer. This weather, he wants to be out here.
What about like the Carolinas are beautiful?
My buddy's been begging me to move to North Carolina. Begging me. I don't know. I went down there. I'm going to go down there again for a wedding later this year. His wedding.
Nashville's beautiful.
Nashville's cool, but I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking almost a year ago.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, it doesn't.
Personal reasons? Or you just
No, just personal reasons. I never had a problem.
Nice.
I always felt hazy the next day. So I'm like, why don't I just stop?
I say that alcohol is the fun police for the next day. Like robs all the fun for the next day.
It does. I mean, you feel great in the moment, but that's your body first off, it's your brain being poisoned.
Yeah.
That's really what the feeling of intoxication is, and the slow motion and this and that. It's your inhibitions and all this stuff, like your ability to just let loose and this and that.
Yep.
I went to my first wedding stone cold sober last year, and it's amazing how fast weddings go by when you're drunk versus when you're sober.
They're horrible.
You're like, wow, this wedding is long.
But how much fun is it to people watch when you're sober?
Oh, so much fun. Yeah, so much fun. Yeah. And truthfully, I never had an alcohol problem. Even in college, I stopped drinking because I was bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I've always been like whatever about alcohol. It never really mattered to me. I never needed to go to the city every weekend like a bunch of my friends and get smashed and go to concerts and stuff. I couldn't do it. But I did like having a little neat whiskey. You know?
I wasn't a fan of like getting ever like sloppy. I've gotten sloppy
of course.
before, but like
I've been there too.
Now that I'm like older, it's just like, oh man, I really don't need to do that anymore.
Nah,
like
man.
when COVID first hit, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop drinking and I'll start drinking when the restaurants open again. I made it 94 days, and then my dad's best friend came to the house with a bottle of 1942.
Yeah.
Knew it was my favorite tequila, and didn't know that I wasn't drinking. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have some of this.
It's over.
Dude, I mean, I thought they were gonna be closed for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No. Me and my buddies were playing Call of Duty when we were playing.
Oh, bro, gamer tag. Let's run.
Yeah, I'm down. I've been playing Helldivers though.
What's Helldivers?
I'll show you after this.
Wait, is it a different game?
It's PS5.
Oh, I have Xbox.
Do you have a PC or you play on?
I play on Xbox.
Oh, okay, so I was playing on Xbox. Now I've gotten so deep into PlayStation that I've like converted into.
I can tell you're a Sony boy.
I love Sony, but I was an Xbox guy my whole life, and then
Yeah.
I just bought a PS5, and I've just been loving the PS5.
Okay.
Honestly,
Is it crossplay?
Helldivers is crossplay, but they don't have it on Xbox. They have it on PC.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah,
it's either buy an Xbox,
I buy PlayStation.
or a computer.
All right, so everyone, you got to buy more of his seasoning so he can play Helldivers with
Yeah,
me.
come on, man. I love it when you call me Steak Poppy.
He does, and I love it too. So we were playing Call of Duty. We were playing Xbox nonstop and just drinking all day. I mean, I was drinking a ton of that peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, bro, that's great on the way down, but it's not good on the way out.
No, it's not good on the way out. No, no, yeah, drinking it just nonstop. What's it called?
I don't know, but I used to have the bottle of it in the freezer.
Yep, dude, it's like drinking syrup.
Yes.
It's like drinking fucking syrup.
Dude, and it's really easy to just do this with it.
What is it called?
I know the bottle is circular and yep.
White label.
Ugh.
It's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on, please hold.
Speaking of like, did you notice lately that everybody has like a celebrity? There's like a celebrity that has like a
Screwball. Oh my God! Why didn't I
Screwball.
realize that? As I spit all over my mic.
Like every celebrity has an alcohol company now.
Yeah.
Have you haven't tried any of them, so you definitely never try. Well, when did you stop?
No, I tried George Clooney's Casamigos.
Delicious.
It was, and then he sold it, and it's been different.
It has.
Yeah.
Did you ever try Kendall Jenner's 818?
No.
Horrible.
I will not support anything that a Kardashian does, and it's
She's a Jenner.
same tribe. Roughly.
Listen. If I had to be stuck on a desert island with anybody in that family, it would be her. She's the one that stays out of the most trouble.
I drown myself in the shallow water.
Okay, I guess you're right. But she stays out of trouble. Consider the whole family's like media wars.
Or that's what they want you to believe.
I guess you're right. She's probably the worst one.
Or they should ostracize her. They get rid of her because they can't handle her all day. They're just like,
well, that's what they did to Rob, right?
Yeah. I loved Rob. Disick was great. He was the only reason I ever watched the show. Like, when I was younger.
Scott
Disick.
Rob's the brother.
Yeah. Rob sucks. Scott's great.
Scott, yeah.
Scott's great. Scott was awesome. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I try not to. I'll tell you. And as a small business owner, it bothers me when I see 100 followers that I follow and that they follow me, people that I know in real life, that they just eat up and like all the Kardashian shit, all the famous Kanye, all these people. But they won't throw a like your way or a share your way.
Yo, Kanye doesn't give a shit that you're rocking Yeezys, okay? He doesn't care.
He don't give a fuck. Actually, he becomes more and more less caring the more you buy it. He would care more if he had nobody buying his shit.
Spend $350 on Yeezys or spend $49 building a bundle at Dude's Gourmet. Support a small business and you'll eat healthy.
Eat healthy and it's delicious.
Yeah.
I want to hit that steak poppy again.
Bro, hit it again.
I'm not going to lie.
Dude, honey chipotle, I'm convinced you can eat raw too. Bro, we've been putting that on everything for my nieces and nephews, and they eat everything. And that's like kind of what's happening now because when I'm like at farmers markets, like I had to be like loud and kind of obnoxious to get people to come over and try.
You got the GoPro in the background too.
Yeah, I do. I do have like really funny content.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. Like, so I was constantly like yelling at people like, hey, flip-flops, come over here. You like to eat food? Like getting them over here. And then I would let them try some of it. And then they kind of realized there was no additives, no fillers, no caking agents.
Sweet baby Jesus.
And then now their kids all love it. So it's like I have repeat customers. You know, the company's only 5 years old. We're doing great.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love that.
It was awesome, dude.
I want some of the honey chipotle. I'm eating
honey chipotle.
So
we have people that come to the farmers market and they're like, I need 4 honey chipotles. Because I do a deal 4 for $30 in cash. So they're like, all right. Bro, fire, right?
It's so good.
Do you eat bacon?
I used to. I will eat bacon from. It's so good.
Okay, so I
eat bacon from a butcher where I know that the pig is like actually clean.
Okay, so you know me, and I'm gonna give you a white skin pork belly, and it's gonna be bacon. I turned it into bacon. Awesome with honey chipotle.
Okay,
dude, we cured it in the honey chipotle, so you don't have to season it.
Oh, so good.
Awesome.
It's so good. Yeah, there was a lot of art behind the scene videos that came out of slaughterhouses and them feeding the pigs plastic.
Pigs.
No. I mean, it's fucked up, but that I wouldn't really give too much about, like care about. They're feeding them the garbage from the actual plant, the plastics and everything like that. And then you start talking about like microplastics and all the shit that's in our food sources. Well, you're feeding the fucking animal garbage. What do you think? You think that that's not going to get to us?
Yeah.
But they don't care. So that's the problem. So that's why I try to support the companies that are doing it right, sustainability and stuff like that. Not just because they say it on a label, but because I know that they do, because they document what all this it is. You know, you with keeping the spices organic and real and natural. That's important, man. That's important shit.
Dude, it's like big to me. Like once you lose your word, like that's it, man. Like, you know, Flavor God, I hate to say it again, but he sold to a bigger company, I believe.
Shocker.
And from what I heard, his product was really good until it really wasn't anymore. Yeah. So like I refuse to do that. I don't want to.
So now what happens? You sell the company, and then I would say you have to stay on board in some capacity and have some of the final says of just the ingredients, because that's got to be the most important thing. If it was me, I'd be like, yo, I'm cool to sell because this is a crazy deal, this XYZ, but like we need to make sure that we're continually using high quality ingredients.
Okay, so that's when like the angel and the devil comes into play, man. Like, okay, you have to make a conscious decision for your family at that point. If that deal is good enough for you to just walk away, like they're giving you a check with X amount of.
Let's say it's two. Let's say it's $2 billion for the dudes.
I'm out. You can have it. $2 billion. That's it for I'm out. If that
$2 billion
with a B.
Yeah, or they'll give you $1 billion. But you get to stay on and make sure that they're doing everything the right way. That you're just overseeing.
$2 billion, I can retire everybody that I care about and make multiple businesses. So I'm good, bro. $2 billion, you can have it. I'm out.
So let's say $2 million.
$2 million right now, and then I have to walk away, or am I still on board?
Walk away.
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, like that makes me sound like a dick. But whatever.
No, it doesn't, because everybody. You know how many people buy lotto tickets because they think they're going to be the winner?
Yeah, no. So so like my reputation and my word is worth more than $2 million. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Because like I would like to know that the product is going to be as good as it is now, at least for the next couple years, you know? And then
It's tough, man, because even on the apple cider vinegar Brags, they sold. Now they're not using the same apple quality.
yeah,
It's gone down now.
okay.
Yeah, so
Same thing happened with sriracha, right?
yeah, everyone's looking for the original labels now.
Yep. See, yo, you can't sell out.
It can't sell out. Just keep it going, man. Dudes forever, dude.
Dude, I want to be dudes forever, but like I can't be like the 60-year-old dude. Hopefully my nephew.
No, you got to be a 60-year-old dude.
Hopefully my nephew will learn how to cook. Like
No, you got to pass down to a son or something. You got to pass.
Well, I'm single, girls. I mean, if you want to, that's not true. I'm talking to a very nice girl right now. So
Okay.
sorry.
Dudettes.
Yeah.
Don't hit him up yet.
Yeah. I'll let you know and what happens.
Yeah, I'll let you know if this movie's gonna have a sequel.
Yeah.
I think we covered most of this. Because I jot down certain things here and there. I love you at the farmers markets.
Dude, I mean, it's just funny, bro. When you're walking by and like everybody eats food. That's my line. Yo, handsome, you like to eat food? And like, what are you gonna say? No to me? Like, of course you like to eat food. No,
I fast for 80 days at a click.
really, bro? Like, okay. Then my follow-up line is that if you don't like food, you must drink alcohol. I got something to cure a hangover. Like something like that.
And just it just always on your toes, man. You're just always ready.
Yeah, well, it's. I guess when you feed me like a lot of coffee, and in the morning when I'm just like very anxious to talk to people, and it's sunny out, and like there's always a beer distributor that's gonna give me like a 4-pack to just be funny. So that's kind of what I do.
And so farmers markets, you find the ones that have there been any that don't work? You find the ones that do work, the areas, or have they all been great for you?
So some of them, I don't know. I want to say at the beginning it was tough because I was just like the loud seasoning guy that was kind of just like being a little obnoxious. Because when you go to a farmer's market, you're dealing with like a different type of people. Like you're dealing with people that want to get their vegetables, and then they're only using salt and pepper, and it's their salt and their pepper. They know where it is. For me, being like loud, sunglasses on, kind of obnoxious, and I'm sitting there, hawking seasonings at people, it's like hard to like build that kind of rapport. But then when you come over and you read the labels and you're like, oh my God, there's no MSG in this. There's no sodium dioxide. There's nothing that's going to hurt me in here. It looks clean. You can tell the labels are funny.
It's fun.
They got funny names. So then you're all right, I'll try one of them. And then you realize you get honey chipotle, you're hooked. It's good on everything. So then you come back, hey, I'm making burgers. I got signature burger. I got this one. You're doing this. And then you just build a good relationship with these people, especially the ones that know how to cook, man. Like, It's just a good community to be immersed in. Like,
and is there a way that you can leverage this, get into restaurants to be the seasoning?
I'm already seasoning in restaurants. I'm already in restaurants.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't tell which ones, but I'm in a bunch.
That's okay. That's awesome.
Because like this burger seasoning is in like 15 different restaurants on the North Shore.
You have to tell me afterwards which ones, and then if it's ones that I don't know, if it's ones that I know that you're not, I'll have to make the intro.
Bro, it's all good, dude. I want the word to spread organically.
That is organically.
Yeah, I know. But
I tried it. I loved it. Hey, try this.
I want the guy to come to the farmer's market and be like, yo, there's this loud asshole screaming about burger seasonings.
Who said he was drinking last night and he used some honey thing to screw it.
And I want him to try and be like, oh, wow, the guy's a little obnoxious, but he's got a great product. Let's bring him in, Like, that's
awesome.
what I want to do, yeah? But, it's just funny, bro. But, like, yeah, good dudes like you that spread the word. Like, the Rusty Cuff guys, the podcast guys, they spread the word. The WWE guys that I work with, they spread the word, dude. Like, it's just a bunch of good community. Like, Ryan stocks his shelves with all dudes products, okay? Babylon Village Meat Markets, I label his seasonings for him, Marty Seafood, I label her seasonings for her, So
right over here, Marty's.
Yeah. So I'm constantly
Marty's is dope.
Marty's is dope. She's got great salmon.
Yeah.
But it's just constantly. I just want to spread the word that they're available. We're on the island. Like, you can get them. You want to make a love spice for a wedding? I can do that for you and label it funny. Like, even I have funny ones like "Don't be a jerk." Is your husband bothering you? Order him a bottle of "Don't be a jerk," the best jerk seasoning around. Like.
That'd be actually great to just give these out as wedding gifts for like a healthy wedding.
Yeah.
Just to have these in the bag.
Speaking of giveaways,
it's usually bullshit. Wait a minute. What do you have over there?
Giveaways. So I actually am very close with the guy Rob from chefsarsenal.com.
Chef's Arsenal. Shout out.
Yep. Right in Bethpage. Great dude. Another great dude, because we're just a bunch of great dudes hooking up great dudes. He gave me this knife to come on this podcast and give away. This is a $200 global knife that's weighted perfectly. I've actually used this a bunch of times. It is, I think, G2 stainless. It's awesome.
Nice.
If you go to dudesgourmet.com and use the code word Rizzles.
I know that guy.
Yep. You get entered to win this.
This thing is dope.
Spend $20, use the code word Rizzles, you're good to go. And you got to follow us both.
Yes, you have to follow us both.
Yeah, bro, that thing's sick, dude.
This thing is dope.
Right? Yo, look at the grip on that.
That is nice.
Yeah, man.
So what type of knife is it? Is this just a chef's knife? Just a regular knife?
So that's an 8-inch chef's knife. It's awesome. It's good for all.
Everything?
I would tell people that if they wanted to get into home cooking, grab one size knife and learn how to do everything with it. That's it. And that's the knife that you can do everything with. You can debone a chicken. You can do fine cuts with it. You can do anything you want.
And it's a Japanese knife.
It is
made in
great.
Japan.
Yep.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
All right, so the giveaway. Dudes Gourmet.
Rizzles.
Rizzles. Code Rizzles.
Yep.
Use it. Enter it. $200 knife.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all cook. Y'all eat, right? You like to eat, right?
You guys like to eat food?
Yeah. That's awesome, bro.
Right.
I did want to ask you one more thing. When you're coming up with new seasonings, what's the inspiration? Is there something that is it just a click like the inspiration with editing? Is it just something that you kind of see I want to do in the future, but I just haven't gotten the right combo down yet?
Honestly, I don't want to like toot my own horn here, but it's like, if you know how to sell it, you can sell it.
Yeah.
So now I know that the blends are always going to be awesome. It's more about like, do I have a funny name? Like Big Dude Energy, play on big energy, you know, like
Big.
if you can sell it, then, you know, like that's it, man. Like you have to have a funny story. And that's like the same thing with anything, you know, like people want to hear something funny. Like, okay, cool. I went out drinking last night. Honey Chipotle on my eggs is going to cure my hangovers. That's what the kid said. You make an egg sandwich. You're like, wow, I feel better.
I feel better. That's great.
I love it when you call me Steak Poppy. Ancho chili based steak seasoning. You got to play the song when you use it. I love it when you call me Steak Poppy. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's just funny, bro.
It's creative.
That's it, man. Grandma Lucy's. She hit me with a wooden spoon when I took the recipe. I still can't open my hand all the way, you know? It's crazy.
That was all over that hand. It was That's awesome, man. Well, listen, dude, for real.
Dude.
You're awesome. It's been a pleasure getting to know you even better and chopping it up. We're going to Montana.
Yes.
We're doing a road trip vlog of just everything that we got going on.
Definitely.
Stop at restaurants, maybe hunting a little bit.
Bro. And we'll be fueled by rain.
Fueled by rain. I'll bring cases of it. We'll be good.
Dude. Hell yeah.
What, how can people get in touch with you? Like with your personal social and everything like that? We have the website, dudesgourmet.com.
Honestly, if you have any questions about the products or if you want to learn how to cook something cool, just hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM. I'm the guy that answers them. We're good to go, man.
Good to go.
That's it. You can send me an email if you want, tom@dudesgourmet.com. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
He's just the dude, man. He's going to pop up at your local farmer's market. You'll be like, yo, that was the dude on Rizology. I got to go buy
I heard
every
stories about him. He is funny, but he is
amazing.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I like food.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
I did have a hangover last night.
I did have a hangover, and he cured it. I appreciate you, for real. Thank you for spending the time with me.
Bro, this is awesome, dude. We got to get you in the kitchen, though.
I'm going to come to the kitchen. I will. I will
yeah.
come to the kitchen. For everybody else, I hope you enjoyed the episode with my man, Dudes, Tom, Big Tom. That's the man. Please follow him. Please enter the giveaway. Support local business for some of the seasonings. I'm not just saying, y'all know, I don't just spit bullshit. I don't recommend things that I don't like and wouldn't actually use. They're actually fucking delicious. They're awesome. And I only started with the honey chipotle, and now I'm very thankful that you brought all of these for me, because now I'm going to try them all. And I got air fryers, and we're going to do a lot of cool things. You got to give me some air fryer
Dude,
recipes.
I love the Lazy People machine, bro. It's awesome.
Yes, you got to give me some air fryer recipes.
Hell yeah, bro.
So on that note, please like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you can, please leave a review on any of the audio platforms for the podcast. It helps hit the algorithm, share, and spread the word. And on that note, I appreciate all y'all for fucking with us. But for now, peace.